Okay, yesterday in class I told you that we were going to talk about facts versus opinions today. Facts and opinions are a crucial part of debating and all persuasive text because there are a lot of fallacies. Okay, remember we talked about fallacies yesterday, meaning things that are false. There are a lot of fallacies within debates, and you need to be able to tell if that is a true fallacy and that it's opinion, or whether that's something that you can trust, it being a fact. Okay? Speaking of trust, in today's day and age with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of the different social medias, who do you trust? Okay? For example, we have fake news. We know that. We see these articles all the time on Facebook. I know you do, okay? You've got clickbait. Can't trust clickbait, right? Little things pop up all the stinking time. It is very easy to lie on social media. It's very easy to lie online. Snopes.com, I'll talk about that again here in a second, okay? But I say this all the time, guys. What is the only way that you can truly get something figured out, huh? You got to trust that thing floating up there on your shoulders. Trust your brain. You can tell you're all logical enough. If you hear something, you read something, and it's not adding up, don't trust it. You've got that. I always say trust your gut, okay? You've got that within it. Trust that thing floating up there on your shoulders, okay? Now, Snopes.com can be a trustworthy source of information. 99% of the time, if you find an article on Facebook or some other site and you want to check whether or not it's valid, you can check it with Snopes.com. Okay, moving on. All information that you read anywhere, online, in print, anywhere, okay, is not created equal. Okay, let me say that again. All information is not created equal. Okay, some sources are more valid than others, and that's all there is to it. Okay, valid, justifiable sources are based on information that can be checked for accuracy. Okay, so these are websites and sources, books, articles, online journals, whatever it may be, that you can actually prove whether or not this is true. Now, these sources may include some opinions, but those opinions are substantiated with evidence, or they're backed up with evidence, okay? That scale right there that you see, if there's something more valuable, that's going to weigh down the scale, right? Good sources are valuable. You need to make sure that you're double checking those before you use information. Wikipedia, not a good source, okay? Anyone can get on there and change anything that they want. Okay, next thing we're going to do, I'm going to write two statements down. You are going to discuss with your partner and decide which of these statements are accurate. Okay, if something is accurate, that means that it is true. Okay, sentence A. Austin is the capital of Texas. Sentence B. Austin is the best place to live in Texas. If you and your partner chose A, you would be correct. That is the sentence that can be verified. It is verifiable. It is accurate. It can be proved. We know that Austin is the capital of Texas, okay? If someone tells you Austin is the best place to live, that is their opinion. It is not provable with facts. Okay, let's try a similar exercise. Which of these two statements can be argued? Now, I know for a fact that y'all are professional arguers, so this shouldn't be too hard for y'all to figure out. Okay, statement A. Wednesday is the fourth day of the week. Okay, sentence B. Wednesday feels like the longest day of the week. Now discuss with your partner. Which of these can be argued? If you and your partner chose B, you'd be correct. It is factual, it is true that Wednesday is the fourth day of the week. However, you can debate whether or not Wednesday feels like the longest day. Okay? Personally, I feel like Monday is the longest day of the week, and it may be different for you. But the point is, we cannot prove without a doubt that Wednesday feels like the longest day of the week because that's one person's opinion. Let's talk specifically about facts for a second. The definition of a fact is something that can be shown to be true, to exist, or to have happened. Okay? When investigating facts, there is a few questions you can ask yourself. But one very specific question you can ask yourself that is going to work 100% of the time is, can this statement or this sentence be proved or disproved? Okay, think scientifically here. A hypothesis needs to be proved or disproved. Okay, and then once it's proved or disproved, it becomes a fact. Okay, so here's an example. Abraham Lincoln wrote the Gettysburg Address. Okay, that is true, 100%. We know historically that Abraham Lincoln wrote that speech. Okay, now we're going to jump over to opinions. All right, the definition of an opinion is a belief, judgment, or way of thinking about something. Okay, so it can be about anything, really. We know y'all are all very opinionated people. Okay, so think about that. I mean, you have beliefs, you have judgments, and you have ways that you think about almost everything. Following the same kind of structure that we did with the facts, here's a question you can ask yourself if you're trying to decide if something is an opinion. Does this statement convey or communicate a personal belief? All right? If you read something or someone says something that seems like it's a personal belief, it's something that they think or they feel, it's an opinion. All right? So for example, the Gettysburg Address is the best speech ever delivered by an American president. Okay, that is an opinion because while one person may think that was the best speech ever delivered, someone else may think that President Obama's inauguration speech was the best one. Y'all tracking? Okay, so how do we tell the difference? How do we know if something's a fact or if something is an opinion? You'll probably already know this by now. This is something I'm going to keep drilling into your heads, though. Facts can be proven through research, okay? Through research, you can tell for a fact if something is true or not true, then it is a fact, okay? Opinions, you can't. Okay, I'm about to give you a few sentences about the Super Bowl. You are going to choose whether that is a fact or an opinion with your partner. Okay? Number 1, the Super Bowl is an annual event. Okay, annual means it happens every year. Discuss with your partner. What do you think, fact or opinion? It's a fact. Okay? It's like the national championship for professional football. Okay? It can be proven. The Super Bowl happens every single year. Okay, sentence 2. The Super Bowl is the most important athletic event of the year. Discuss with your partner. Is that a fact or is it an opinion? If you choose opinion, I want you to tell me or tell your partner why. It's an opinion, okay? That keyword most. Just because it's the most important one to someone doesn't mean it's the most important event to someone else. Okay, here's number 3. You choose fact or opinion. Same thing, if you choose opinion, find the keyword. The commercials broadcast during the Super Bowl are always better than the game itself. Discuss with your partner. Find that keyword. That is an opinion. Okay, although it may be a popular opinion, you can't prove without a doubt that the commercials are better than the game, okay? And especially, you really can't prove that they are always better than the game. Okay, fact or opinion. As of 2013, the Super Bowl has been held in New Orleans 10 times. Figure out fact or opinion and why. This is a fact, okay? It's easy to look up that in the history of the Super Bowl up to 2013, it's been held in New Orleans 10 times, okay? It's something you can Google. If you can give something to Google to check it, then it's then it's true. Well, not true necessarily, but it's a fact. Question number 5. The Super Bowl trophy was named after Coach Vince Lombardi. Fact or opinion? This one's too easy for y'all. It's a fact, okay? Once again, something you can Google. It is called the Vince Lombardi Trophy. All right, we're done with those. You get the idea. Okay, when we went through text structures, we talked about some keywords you can look for to help you identify them. The same goes for facts and opinions, okay? There are some keywords that you can look for when you're reading through something to decide if it is an opinion. We're going to look at those keywords now. Okay, first and foremost are superlatives. You may have heard of these before. It's like most likely to succeed. In sports, you have, offensive MVP, whatever, of the district. Most, greatest, more, whatever, than, okay? If you're going, in order to identify opinions in the text, okay, look for words that end in the EST, okay? Greatest, strongest, best. Okay, the next thing you can look for are qualitative terms. Okay, think for a moment about what other word qualitative sounds like and talk about that with your partner. Okay, qualitative. Things like better, best, more, worst. Okay, now it doesn't have the whole word, but qualitative, quality. Okay, anything that is talking about how good or how bad something is, it's an opinion. Okay, here are some additional opinion clue words. Always. Okay, we talked about that a little bit earlier with the commercials. Never goes hand in hand with always. None. Okay, it's hard to prove without a doubt that there's none of something, or there's always something, or all of something, or never. Those are really hard to prove. Okay? And the last one there is every. Okay, that kind of goes with all. All right, most of the time when someone is speaking in first person and they say things like, I think, okay, or I believe, or lastly, I feel, 99% of the time when you have a sentence that begins that way, it is going to be an opinion. Okay? You can't prove scientifically or mathematically or without a doubt that someone feels a certain way. That is just their opinion. Okay, even more clue words. Okay, are y'all seeing something here? It's easier to prove something as an opinion than it is to prove it as a fact. Okay? Need, should, ought, must. Okay? Anything that indicates or that may indicate that something is needed, okay? Something that needs to happen, has to happen, okay? They need to make something illegal, okay? They ought to make something illegal. Someone should do something. That's going to be an opinion. Okay, there is one final test to see if something is an opinion or not. If you can't decide whether or not something is an opinion, okay, put in my opinion in front of the sentence. Okay, oh, coffee break. If that sentence still makes sense, it's an opinion. Okay? Seems pretty self-explanatory. For example, the sentence, Jennifer Lawrence is a talented actress. Now, that could be tough, okay? Kind of sounds like an opinion, but she's also won Oscars, okay? Which would indicate that she's talented. So if we put, in my opinion, in front, all right, and then we just leave the rest of the sentence the same. So it would read, in my opinion, Jennifer Lawrence is a talented actress. Okay? That's a complete sentence. That makes sense. That makes that statement an opinion. Okay. To wrap up basically this whole lesson in a couple of sentences, if something can be proved true, okay, whether it is or not, okay, if there is a way to prove it, correct or incorrect, then it is a fact. All right? If something stated, okay, still makes sense, you may agree with it, okay? If it makes sense, if you put in my opinion in front of it, or it has any of those keywords that we talked about, it's an opinion. If something cannot be proved scientifically, mathematically, or logically, it is an opinion. Okay, if you have any questions for me, meaning you have asked your partner, you have asked the substitute, and you can't get an answer, okay, write that question in your notebook in the journal section, and then on Monday, we can look at those again and I can answer those questions for you, okay? You're about to get an activity. You are sorting opinions and facts into those two categories. Good luck. Do the best you can. And remember, keep those debates civil, okay? I'll see y'all on Monday.